Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a few quick and easy DIYs for the Valentine season that you can also just have around your house all year round. And before we get started, do not forget to like and subscribe. So let's get right into it. All right. So this is a wreath, that I have from the dollar store and extra yarn that I had around the house. That is all you're really going to need for this craft. I measured these out about 12 inches, but you can change it based on what you would like to do. This is real simple, real easy, but you're going to need a lot of the strings to go around. Just for half of it, I used about 100 on each row. All right, so what you're going to do is real quick and easy. You're going to just cut them, like a lot of them. Like I said, I found an easier way to make them after I did this row, but you're going to fold them in half. So they're going to be about 6 inches long once you fold it in half, and put it behind it, pull the loop up and pull the bottom through. I don't know if that makes sense. So, but you're just going to keep looping them around. I'll slow it down and show it for you so that you can get it if you don't see, but you're going to just keep going around till you get to where you want. I only want to do half of it. So I lined up the thing that looks like it's half, the little bars like it's half, and I did that way. And this is what the first row is going to look like. And like I said, it's real quick and real easy. You're just going to need a lot of the yarn strings. So I slowed it down so you can see what I did to loop it. So like I said, I folded it in half, and then you have like a little top loop. You come in at the back, open up the loop, and you pull through the bottom two strings, the part that's hanging. Again, you fold it in half, put it to the back, and just pull it, and that does it. For this row I did over two, so I did it over the bottom and the second from the bottom. You don't have to do it like that. I'm going to change it when I get to the next row, but that is it for the first row. Then I just picked the color that I wanted to do for the second row, and then this is the way that I found to make more of the strings a bit easier, and it's about the length that I want. So you just wrap it around a bunch of times, and then when you're done, you just cut it in half at the top there, and then fold them and cut it again, and then you'll have all the strings that you need. And it's easier to do than cutting them one at a time. And again, I'm going to do it the same way, but this time I'm not going over the two rows. I'm just going to do it over the one row, because I'm going to be putting in three colors. If we're doing two colors, you can put it over both again, but I'm doing three colors, so that's the way I did it when I got to the second row up, which is really the third row up. So if you, same way it would work if you want to do four colors, you would just do one on each row as opposed to two on the bottom row, or you could even just leave the bottom row undone, because you really won't see it when the yarn is hanging there over it. But anyway, I finished that out, and that is it for the second row. And then now I'm going to do the top row, and I'm going to do it the same way that I've done the other rows, with the folding them in half and the looping them through. Like I said, this is real simple and real easy. That this part just takes you some time. All right, so I just wanted to show you the different ways you can do it. You can leave them out, or you can do like I did and tuck them behind, because I thought the gray was too much for the top row. So I decided to tuck them behind when I was done, and then it just gives it to a different look than it would if you had left them out. So I just wanted to show you that. Also, but when you tuck them back, you're going to see the little bars in between that hold the pieces together. So I just put yarn over those too, so that you don't see the little black piece. You could leave it. It's not that much out there that you would be like, ugh, but I just wanted to cover them. And I just wanted to show you too how it would look if you tucked in the other row too. So the more rows you tuck in, the cleaner it's going to look. It's not going to look so boho-y, but I wanted to leave the other rows out because I wanted the white, like I said, to be on top. And then I just took my comb, like a wide tooth comb that I had around, and just straightened out the yarn before I cut it, laid it flat, and cut it all nice and even. You could stagger them and have shorter, longer, and longer, but I just wanted them all the same length basically. And you can really see the colors through it anyway, so I didn't need to do it different lengths. So I just straightened that out and cut and trimmed all the way around. And that is it for the bottom half. And like I said, again, it is real easy and simple. So now on to the other part. This part is even simpler than the other part, and it doesn't take as much time because you don't have to cut the little pieces. I tied off one end, and then I'm just going to loop it around a bunch of times until I get the thickness that I want. Once I get the thickness that I want, I tie that off too so it stays secure. And that's it, because I just didn't want the big open circle in the middle. I wanted something to contrast it, so that's what I did there. And then again, I looped around yarn around all of the rows to cover those up. You could leave it open. You could leave it if you like the black there, or if you want the color a different color. But I put yarn there. I also did another wreath like this, and I'll put the link in the video in the description below so you can see that. But once I was done looping it all the way around, I tied it off and trimmed it off. And that is basically it for the wreath. Now you're done. I think it's simple, cute, and you could do it in your own colors to go with your room. And here I added some little tiny clips, like wooden clips that you can put pictures on. And then that way it's a functional piece of wall art. Or you can leave it alone and you don't have to do that. But I thought this was a cute way to hang pictures and display things in your room. This is it without it. And that was it. So a quick way to update something from the dollar store and use yarn that you might have around the house. Okay, on to two. This one I got from the dollar spot at Target, and it was $3. This one already has a rope attached to it, so you can hang it. It has a hook in the back and all that. But if you didn't, you can just drill holes in the top and attach rope. But I didn't have to do that with this because it already had it done for me. So what I did was take a piece of scrap denim that I had from a jacket, and I'm just going to staple it to the back. You could also hot glue it, but I decided to staple it. And because I didn't want the raw edge, I folded it over so that it looked cleaner in the front. You can see I keep flipping it back over to make sure that it's not buckling, to make sure it's not wrinkled, and just give it a little tug and staple it down. And like I said, you could also hot glue it, but I decided to use the staple gun and staple it. And it's best, like I said, that you try to play with it and adjust it as you go to make sure that there aren't any issues in the front for when you're done. All right, once I did that, I cut away all the excess that was on the back. It's the back, so to me it doesn't have to look that great because I'm not really going to be flipping it over. You could do it a little neater, but that's the way that I did it, and it's it. And that's it. You have a cute little pocket, and you could use any color that you want, but I used the extra denim, like I said, that I had around. And then I had these cute paper clips, and you can find paper clips all over the place that come in different shapes and stuff like this. But I did have these, so I was like, all right, this would be cute to attach to it. So you can also hang little things from it, like pictures and different things. You could also attach cute little hooks and stuff that you might have, so you can use it kind of like a jewelry holder or anything like that. But you can make it however you want because you're making it yourself and it's customizable. So what I just took is a little bit of glue, and I just did a little dab of it because you don't want to do too much because it is a paper clip and you will see it. But this is it. Like I said, real simple, real easy. And with this, you can also, if you are into woodworking, you can cut this shape out yourself from scrap wood and make it that way. But I already had mine done from the dollar spot, so this is it. And you can see, and that it's real simple to put on the little papers and different things with one hand like I did. So that's it, and I hope you enjoyed that one. Okay, this one is a cute little gnome, and there's a lot of DIYs for this one out there. But this one I'm gonna do a little different because I'm using scraps that I have around. A lot of people do use like a sock, and you could just cut the sock off at the bottom and use that. But I do have a lot of scraps around, so I decided to use some pink crushed velvet that I have, and it is a stretch. And I'm just cutting out a little square, and I'm going to right side to right side, fold it halfway when I'm done. So I'm just gluing on half of it, and then pressing in the glue, and making a little like kind of rectangle shape to be the body of the gnome. Once I'm done gluing it and the glue is dried, turn it inside out, and then I had some batting also that I had around the house. And you could fill it really with anything. You could fill it if you want it with more scraps, but I filled it with the pillow stuffing that I had. Once I stuffed it, I was like, ooh, it's too tall. So I did take out some and decided to make it a little bit shorter because he's a gnome, he's little. So I didn't want it that big. Once I got the desired length I wanted of it, I just took another piece of scrap and tied it off. And that's really simple. And it for the body, which I said is real simple, and it's good to use. You can probably use woven fabric too. You could use really just anything for the body, because most of the body you really don't see unless you turn them around. But anyway, tied it off, and that was it for that part. And the ones that I do see, they usually use wooden noses. I didn't have any of the little wooden beads, so I used rocks because I had rocks from the Dollar Tree. So I used those, and I had this scrap of fur from Michael's that I had bought. And when you do the fur, you just line it up really where the hat is going to line up. So you put his beard there at the top of his head, kind of, and then you place his nose on top of his beard, which again is just a rock that I had from the dollar store pack. And that's really it for him and his body. And then all you need to do now is add his hat. So with the hat, I just decided where I wanted to cut on this. It's a dress I made for my daughter a long time ago. And now she's 11 and she's way too big for the dress. So I decided to just use that because it went with the color scheme of what I was doing. And then I just measured the fabric around his head to make sure it fit at the bottom. And then the top of the hat is going to be a different shape. So you want that more narrower than you want the bottom. So I rolled that tighter and then just hot glued it all down and turned it the right way out and cut away the excess, and also hot glued down the final flap that was there so that it looked neater and cleaner. So that's really it for his hat. You could use felt. Felt is a little more stiffer if you want his hat to stand up, or you could also fill the hat with like stuffing or batting or something to make it stand up. I wanted him to more have like a nightcap hat, so I wanted it to droop. So, but anyway, once you're done with that, I just folded it under so you didn't see the raw edge and glued it down around his head, and that was it. It was done as far as that part. Okay, so once you're done with that, you could just leave him as he is right there. Then he has his little sleepy hat on, but I had this extra pom-pom, so I wanted to put that on there. You could make your own pom-pom, and you would just take the fur and basically shape it into a ball, but I had one that was already done, and I thought it'd be cute to put that one on the end. So again, I glued that there, and it was done. That's it. So this is him. He's done. And I think it's a cute addition to have around your house for like the holiday season, or if he goes with your room decor, because I just think the little gnomes are cute all year round. Okay, so this is the last one that we have. All right, so this I got this for $3.99. I don't know if you saw it there, but it's 10 yards of the ruffle ribbon, and I got it at a fabric store. It was on sale, and I've had it for a while, and I just wanted to use it to make something. So I decided to make this little pillow. I already had the pillow. I made this round pillow. You could probably go and buy a little round pillow, or you can use this on a square pillow. But I decided to use this on this one because I had it around. I had made it and I was going to do something else with it, and then I changed my mind. So I'm going to use it for this. So basically, just around the edge, you're going to glue the ruffle down, And you can see that you see the back part, but you'll fix that later. And you're just really just going to keep going around and around in the circle, and you're going to be gluing the inside edge to the edge of the pillow, and that's it. And like I said, you could probably find an insert for this. You don't have to make your own, but I did make mine because I was going to do something else with it, and I didn't have time to look for a circle pillow. Once you're done with that side, then I just glued the edges together so that they didn't flap open, and that was really it for that part. Now I'm going to go over the back the same way I went over the front, so it's wrong side to wrong side facing, so that no matter which way you flip the pillow, you see the print of the ruffle on both sides. So that's it for that part. And you could just leave it just like this and be done, but I wanted it to be cute and extra frilly, so I'm just taking and laying out row after row of the ruffles. You don't have to go with a curve or anything, just because it's a circle. You're just going to go straight across, starting at one end and going all the way up to the other end. You're just going to make sure that each layer kind of laps over the one underneath it, so that there's no super big gaps, but they don't have to be that close together. And you're going to keep going. And if you wanted this to be a changeable pillow cover, you would just make it, in the fabric, put it on the fabric, and then you'll be able to take it on and off. But I just did it as a throw pillow to put in my daughter's room. So like I said, you're just going to keep coming up, and then as you go, you'll see it coming together, and it's real cute and real simple and real easy. And like I said, I had like 10 yards of this ribbon. Barely, I'm going to say I don't even know how much, but I didn't use that much of it to do the pillow. So you'll have a lot left over. I do see a lot of these ribbons online, and I'll try to put some links, because you can do solid colors. But like I said, I had this one, so I decided to do this. But it would be cute in the ombre if you had different colors going down. That'll also be cute. But and then once you get to the top, like I said, you'll just keep going off, and you'll notice the pieces will get smaller as you go further up. But you just finish off the top, and then you will just finish off any loose edges that you might have around that are flapping up and down. And that's it for that part of the pillow. And it's real simple and real easy. And like I said, the back is different than the front.